So at the beginning of my last video, I talked about not necessarily counterfeit Lego, but compatible bricks for Lego. And those are, of course, bricks that aren't Lego that do very well with regular Lego bricks. And that allows consumers to buy Lego compatible bricks at a much cheaper price. Well, right here you're looking at brickcraftofficial.com, and this right here is available at Walmart. I almost want to say that this is a Walmart exclusive. I might be wrong, but this right here is the MTV Moon Man, right? This is technically a licensed set. I love the idea of having a MTV Moon Man. I actually don't think it looks that much like an MTV Moon Man. You're going to see right here, this is an actual MTV VMA award, and I have always wanted one of these. I mean, I'm willing to spend a lot of money. I want this more than I want a Super Bowl ring or a WWE championship belt. I love this guy right here. But this is a new company that I haven't heard of until recently, and this is a part of the first line of sets that they're bringing out. And you can see right here, it's $24.97 for a set that has 510 pieces. That is amazing. Can you imagine if that was an actual price for a Lego set? I mean, that is just awesome. So as Lego continues to raise their prices, you're going to have more and more companies come in, and they're going to create a market for people to purchase non-Lego bricks. So right now you're looking at payments.com. This same article is on the Wall Street Journal, but the reason why I don't have the Wall Street Journal article on here is because it's behind a paywall. It wasn't behind a paywall a few weeks ago whenever this came out, and I've been wanting to share this with everybody for a while, but I just keep on forgetting to do that. The headline says, report, Fed's emergency lending program providing easy money to banks. So if you recall about this time last year, Silicon Valley Bank pretty much crashed and defaulted. It's still alive on paper, but that's pretty much it. And one of the things the Federal Reserve did was they created a program. It was the Bank Term Funding Program to put a tourniquet around the bleeding and make sure other banks did not default. I think there was another bank out there that did, but after that, that was pretty much it. But that Bank Term Funding Program has expired, right? So that was a temporary band-aid. So we're back to where we were before the Bank Term Funding Program was initiated. Now the good news is there's not a lot of panic, right? So I've talked about psychology when it comes to Lego buying, right? Well, there's psychology whenever it just comes to life, right? And the economy. So this program that expired on January 10th is no longer there, but nobody's thinking about Silicon Valley or what happened 12 months ago, right? It's pretty interesting. So what that means is the economy is just a little bit more shakier than it was a few weeks ago. And to be honest, that's just the way it is. I mean, there are businesses that thrive, and then there are businesses that crash. There are businesses that should crash, but they don't because somebody comes in and saves them. And that poses an argument if that's a good thing or bad thing, right? Because you don't want to keep on propping things up. So I'm not going to go into this anymore, but I just wanted to talk about it because this is something that could potentially affect the economy. So right now you're looking at Lego Shop at Home, and you can see right here the sale tab is no longer there. But if you type the word sale into the search box right here, you can see right here that they still have a sale. Lego offers and sales. Now when you scroll down, I think, yeah, there's only 3 pages right here. I think last time there might have been 11, which was crazy. But this is just something that I'm going to continue to monitor, and we'll see if this dwindles down a little bit more over the next couple of weeks or maybe even couple of months. So the theme of this video is what sets to avoid, right? Now you're going to see a specific theme all the way until the end. I do want to talk about one theme that doesn't really match what's going on with all the other sets. But I hope you find this video impactful because in a recent video we talked about how to pick a winner, right? So I'm going to share with you some sets that I think you need to avoid. And the interesting thing is they are going to be at similar price points that I did in another video where I said these price points are great to get into because they are at a higher buy-in rate. So right now you're looking at the Duplo 3-in-1 family house. This set retails for $129.99. Now this is a recent dollhouse that Lego has put out. They have in the past had this dollhouse right here, and you can see that I purchased a bunch, but the last one, it looks like, was March 8th of 2021, and the current price on this is $103. Now this price is very disappointing, and I'm very happy that I don't have these dollhouses anymore. I know they went as high as around 145, 150. I think I sold mine for 147 maybe. And originally I think this was a $69 set that I was able to purchase for I think somewhere around $43, $44. So I did pretty well when it comes to this. So I really think people are not buying this dollhouse right now because of the price point. It's $103 and it comes with 129 pieces. Well, why would you want to spend $103 on this set when you could go to Lego Shop at Home and you could buy a set that has 218 pieces for just a few dollars more, right? Now, I like Duplo. There may be some of you that are watching this that will say, well, of course I'm not going to purchase this set. It's Duplo. I have always been a big fan of Duplo, and Duplo has treated me very well when these sets have retired. The one thing about Duplo that you need to consider that really doesn't apply to just regular Lego sets is you need to ask yourself, let's say you purchase this set at 20 or 30% off. Are you really expecting to hit 100% ROI on this set? Because eventually it's going to get to a point where there's going to be a parent out there and they're going to say, you know what, do I really want to spend $200, $250 on a Duplo set for my 2-year-old? I don't think so. Now that doesn't mean that there aren't $200 Duplo sets out there, but I just try to avoid them at this price point. I've talked about this Duplo set in the past, the Duplo Town World Animals. I absolutely love this set. This set retailed for $100. They sold for $60, I think, during the summer on one Amazon Prime Day, and I picked up as many as I could. And right now you see the price on this is $177. So I have no problem purchasing Duplo sets that have a price point at $100, but they have to be heavily discounted in order for me to do that. So if you're saying to yourself that you really like these videos and you want to start 2024 off right and level up your Lego reselling business, consider joining our Patreon. I'm not joking whenever I say this is the best time to join Patreon. We are just having a blast. We do have monthly group chats. We have over 100 videos in the archives that are just exclusive to Patreon members only. We do one-on-one consultations, and I absolutely love collaborating with our Patreon group. So if that's something that you want to do, again, the link is in the description below. So this right here, the Hogwarts Collector's Edition, I absolutely will avoid this set. It has, well, it kind of does have to do with the price point, but the thing about it is Lego has released so many trains, and I actually don't see this train going up in value that much. Sure, when it retires, it may get to 600, maybe even 650 or 700, which really isn't great whenever it comes to a return on investment. But if you're thinking this set is going to hit 800, 900, or 1,000, it's really going to take some time. If I had to guess, it would probably take 5 to 6 years for that to happen. And I'm not necessarily recommending these sets right here because that's not what this channel does. We don't give investment advice, but I really think these sets right here, the Diagon Alley and the Gringotts Bank, I really think these are much better sets. If I had to guess, these are sets that will go up in value a lot quicker than the Hogwarts Express. Those sets are absolutely beautiful. Next up right here, the Avengers Tower. Now everybody knows that DC is better than Marvel's, so I'm not the biggest fan of Marvel, let alone the Avengers. But again, this right here, I really don't see this going up in value that much post-retirement. Is this a cool set? There are a lot of people out there that like it, but I really don't see this set hitting 1,000 for at least 6 or 7 years. And this right here is the Marvel Superheroes Shield Helicarrier, set number 76042. And the reason why I'm mentioning this is because it had a similar price point. When you go to Camel 3X, you can see that this set went for $350. The COVID bump definitely helped it get to $750. and it looks like it's gone down a little bit. There is word of a new helicarrier coming out. It's a MIDI one, not a UCS one. But still, unless you're able to get this Avengers Tower at 20 or 30% off, I absolutely wouldn't touch it. Now, I will talk about a theme that I think you mostly should avoid, and that's the Legos Dreams. There was a lot of excitement whenever Dreams came out, and I'm not gonna lie, I bought into that excitement too, to a point. Now, I do think there's one obvious winner here, but the thing about it is it's a little bit of a risk because Lego has a graveyard of IPs that just haven't took off. Everybody remembers Chima, everybody remembers Bionicles. I'm not even gonna get into the Bionicles because you guys are gonna come at me. My discontent for Bionicles, but I'm very wary at the longevity of this theme, and we'll see what happens whenever 2025 comes along. One of Lego's private label themes that just did absolutely bonkers is Friends. Friends, I absolutely love Friends. I only talk about Friends on Patreon. Friends is its own universe. You have Star Wars, you have Harry Potter, and then you have Friends, right? And Friends has had a reboot recently, and it's just been amazing. They have 5 pages right here of Lego Friends sets, and they are just doing so good. So if you're thinking about going into Dreams, you may want to consider going into Friends a little bit. There are definitely some winners out there. I absolutely love this set. This set is just so cool, and I think it's an exclusive too. So that's it, friends. Those are sets that I personally plan on avoiding. I would be curious to know if there were any Lego sets that you're avoiding that I haven't mentioned. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Once again, I'm Jim with wolfforbricks.com. Always go out there and get it.